setting a few things up. Build theory, and we've got energy melee / stone. Broadsword / stone. And we're running brute for both of them. Alright, this is more of a guilt trip. Stone Armor received a bit of a revamp recently. And so did Energy Melee. And so there's been somebody who's been asking for a build and asking for a build. And no one else has stepped up. Now, I do have a Stone Brood. Obviously, she's the one down here doing the little passive farm. But she is a Dark Stone. And Dark has such a... I don't want to call it bad, but underwhelming choice of powers. That it doesn't ever really port very well into other sets. And okay, one of the recent Dark has actually been changed so that Touch of Fear is now a targeted AoE, and I really love to get that into the build. I'm not sure if I can swap Shadow Maul for Touch of Fear though. Even actually, that's for I'm watching the net graph just skyrocket as the streaming broadcast kicks in. So now we know that the stream going out is causing the significant amounts of lag. That's new. Is this something that's changed in OBS? Is this something that's changed on YouTube? I don't know. Well, it says stream health is excellent. Looking at that net graph, no, it's not excellent. It's like nothing has changed. Why is outstreaming unless there's something wrong with my internet service provider? Which, okay, so we'll try and focus on the build and not focus on the suddenly I have lots and lots of lag when streaming. So we'll just leave that running. So at least there's a documentation so I can throw this at my ISP later and go, you are going to fix this, right? Let's move this kind of out of the way so that we have less data cluttering the stream. Okay, anyway, so it looks like at some point I did a kinetic stone brute. Weird. What was that? Alright, we have Darkstone. The last Darkstone was DS2, was okay, this year. Brute Kinetic Stone was okay, the Brute Kinetic Stone was actually a lot more recent. So we're actually gonna work on the DS2 build with the Darkstone first. And let's get everything set up. Brute Darkstone DS2. Okay, now we just need to fix the windows. This would be easier if I change you over. lock you off. And lock you off. Okay. Move that back down, and now I can change this window back over. Alright, DS2. Okay, now can I quickly change? If anything. Got shut them all taken so early. Combat jumping. And we're speed of sound. For jumped. We need siphon life. We need dark consumption. We need soul drain. We need midnight grasp. What can we move down? 4. Alright, stone scan we could actually move down to replace Shadow Maul. Shadow Maul's base damage. Give me 257. Alright. Looks like Shadow Maul actually gives me a greater. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything that's droppable. Because I kind of need Kick Tough Weave to get where I'm at. Because I'm soft capped to smashing lethal, energy negative, psionic fire, and cold. Without having to go into granite armor. Okay, I don't think I'm going to think like I've run into before. I'm not going to find anything. I would want to take Touch of Fear because it adds some more AoE damage. But that is a lot of damage to give up. Our base is 97.28 versus 35.99. If it was better damage, maybe swap it for Dark Obliteration. So what's our damage per endurance? Dark Obliteration is in cost 1898. Touch of Fear is 8.53. Dark Obliteration. You know, I could change. Oh, that's actually gives me. I'm already using Avalanche, and this was Frozen Blast for. What all did I lose? I'm now down on Fire Cold. Now I could pick up 1.56. I don't think it's going to be enough. We're already using that all the way. Actually, let's just see what this looks like. Alright, with Eradication on Touch of Fear, but I'm now higher on Energy Negative. Do I have anything that's a short Energy Negative? If I could come up with another slot. Any other slot. I guess below Psionic. Alright, not worth it. Alright. Let's move on then. I'm not coming up with, there's no new enhancements um, available that would make changing something in DS2. So let's have a look at that. Kinetics, Stone. This is Kinetic Stone DR1 Remix. And apparently I did a Katana Stone at some point. That was last year. Okay. So, Kinetic Stone. We are in Brute Mode. And we are high on Smashing Lethal. For some reason, we've got Melee Radial. Oh, that's for regeneration. Agility Radial. With Agility off, we are really down on Energy Negative. Really high on Smashing Lethal. Really high on Fire Cold. Okay. Let's go. Let's bring up that DS2 again. Alright, we had a lot more in Stone Skin. Actually, what happens when we swap to Kinetic Melee? Pulsing Torrent. Taking level 8. I bet kept ATOs. Okay, yeah. Let's focus on. Let's go this way then. We'll take our DS2 build. And we will swap our DS2 build to Kinetic Melee. Dropping Repulsing Torrent, taking Power Siphon. Power Siphon is still a ramp with no boost. So we've lost a Siroko's Dervish, we've lost an ATO proc, and we've lost an Avalanche. Now, the best way to get our Avalanche back, we don't want to put it in Burst, because that has a knockdown component. We can move some of our ATOs to Focused Burst, and the others to Alright, let's this is actually our regeneration proc. So we're very quickly going to move our 4-slot Brute's Fury. Actually, this is the one that gives us Smashing Lethal. And this lost us. Where are we at actually? Alright, let's turn our armors back on. We are missing crystal armor. Okay, we're actually still good on energy negative. If we can pick up fire cold. Slots enhancement slots, auto arrange all slots. Let's see what this looks like. Another thing is, if we just mouse over the information, most of our other powers, power siphon, does it actually show up in sit? Not sure. I'm showing the... With Fury, it's kind of difficult to tell. Alright, now we need... We're going to do a double on Unrelenting Fury, accuracy damage, damage recharge, accuracy damage recharge, smashing blow, what does this look like? Alright, we are very close on Fire Cold. We are not using any incarnate powers as of yet. Could go deep on there. So if we actually take you off, we're actually at 45 on smashing lethal. Okay, with just one of you. So if we could just pick up a little bit of Fire Cold. Blistering Cold would also... Well, no, we're already using a full Blistering Cold. Just a little itsy bitsy bit of fire cold. Is that too much to ask for? Alright. Maybe fitting it into Stone Skin. We've got a maximum HP. If we had another resistance power, or a slot to place in here. We got 6 slots. If we move the regeneration to... We just need 2 slots. Slots enhancement slots auto range all slots. Alright, we move the Unbreakable Guard proc. Where's we got the... Isn't tough. Okay, what I'm thinking is move the HP guard there, move the steadfast protection to tough, and that has helped shore up the smashing lethal lost from the psionic proc. And now we can do Aegis resistance. Wait, do we want this? If we do these attuned, Aegis recharge, Aegis resistance, regeneration. What's this look like on totals? 45, 45, 45, 47. We're actually doing really good. Change you to proc. You already got the quad. And let's do damage, endurance recharge. If we take this slot here, we can now finish you out with a Hecatomb. And then we're still at 45, 45, 47. We are not soft capped to Psionic, though. What did we lose that lost us soft cap to Psionic? Oh, defense AoE. This loses us energy and fire cold. We're still under fire cold, but then we would have to make up some energy. Does this give us any energy? Gives us resist. Is there any other place where we can make up some energy defense? Well, actually there is. We could run this all out, but we don't have the slots free to do that. How bad is the deficit? Next question, are we actually in the Psionic soft cap if we go? Alright, we're actually in the Psionic soft cap if we go that way. Does anyone have any energy defense? Alright, new Minas. We get. Is that enough? What's this look like? Oh, we are so close. It's like, yeah, we could take one off of Hecatomb, lose some recharge time. Just so freaking close. Okay, let's change those over to attuned. These are all attuned. That's crystal armor, right? What happens if I change you to just a straight defense? Okay. We lose a Here we go. That gets it. We lose a... oh, check our totals. Our regeneration with rooted down running is 496 with 44.77 HP per second. Alright, with rooted on, our Darkstone is running 513 at 45.91. 45.91. Drop a Z mouse. Okay. Bring this back around. Our recharge time, 180%. Is kick turned on? Kick is turned on. Let's turn kick off. Okay, recharge time, 80% base. Recharge time, 67.5% base. 45.91 versus... gotta focus in. 44. Alright, so we're within 1 HP per second. This is with all accolades up. With Earth's Embrace active. Let's quickly lock off and check Earth's Embrace. With Earth's Embrace up, we are looking at... lock it off. A duration of 60 seconds, recharge time of 44.46, 46.2. So actually slightly better recharge time. I'm a little confused as to why. Oh, right. Higher recharge rate on the kinetics. Okay, slightly higher recharge time, so slightly lower perma. And what do our... still pulling 513, but now at 65.26 versus 63. So about 2 more HP per second for the dark versus higher recharge. That looks acceptable. So we'll lock this off as a Ken Stone DS1. Alright, Brute. Ken Stone DS1. Apparently I have a view turned on here. Let's not turn on here. Let's show slot placement levels, although that's would be useful, I guess. Clutters the view though. Okay, I think we're happy with this because we're still picking up speed of sound for teleport while travel power is on. Don't really have a way of getting back endurance, but our recovery on Darkstone is 214.64, which is 3.94 per second, versus 3.94. So the endurance hasn't changed at all. So there's... oh, wait, that's... I just loaded up the... Darkstone BS2. Okay. Recovery on the Darkstone is 3.77. Alright. Indrain. Let's turn rooted back on. Okay, 1.37. Make sure we got all of our same toggles turned on. It looked like the Ken uses more endurance but has a higher recovery. So, balances out. Okay, file open. Now let's get Stone DS1. Alright, now we're going to swap this to Energy Melee. And we had a grand total of losing 2 powers. We've lost total slotting in total focus and slotting in crash. We're pretty sure we can already drop Bone Smasher. because we really want to pick up Whirling Hands. We now need to move a power down into 2. So Stone Skin moved earlier. And now we can pick up Whirling Hands. Alright, so we lost a full purple. We lost 2 full purples, and we lost a Siroko's Dervish. Siroko's Dervish is giving us Psionic and AoE. We can pick up Siroko's Dervish for Power Crash. And we're going to leave these attuned because this is technically a scaling build. Total focus, we can do Hecatomb. And this we can plus up because it's a purple. And then we have Whirling Hands, which we can do Armageddon. Now, we do lose the regeneration bump for Apocalypse gives us, and we want to do Windows, set some bonuses. We are capping into something. We are only capping on the 4% endurance recovery cap. Oh well. Because Apocalypse gives us a strong regen and a strong hit point, so we're lose a bit of those, so this will be down on regeneration, but otherwise all of our soft caps, once we turn all the powers back on, will be the same. We're still soft capped. 2, smashing lethal energy, negative psionic, fire, cold. So we really don't even need granite armor. And we're nearly hard capped too. Do I have a reactive scaling defenses in here somewhere? I'm not sure if I do anymore. I don't think I do. See what happens if I change this. Okay, it says it's in use somewhere. Oh, it's in use on granite armor. Alright, so yeah, we were actually hard capped to fire cold as hit points drop, so there's that too. That's looking good, so we'll lock this off. Alright, save as brute. EM Stone DS1. Okay, next one was Broadsword. Oh, we lost a bunch. And all of our armor's turned off again. Okay, so we lost purples. We can fit a Hecatomb there. We can fit an Armageddon there. And we lost... Okay, we can pick up our... We're going to pick up our Siroko's Dervish in Head Splitter. We're going to pick up our Armageddon and Whirling Sword. Alright, we can pick up... Okay, we're missing also our hold. Alright, so I'm thinking Blistering Cold and Disembowel. And we'll do Hecatomb and Parry. Since Parry is a minor damage. This adds some damage, significant damage into parry. Just out of curiosity, how does that look compared to the last time I looked at my broadsword? Alright, mine, I skipped. Why did I skip? Melee high? Ah, because hack had higher damage. We want the proc. And we're just taking the endurances. And I picked up Slice for some extra AoE. This was because at the top end I had Physical Perfection and Energy Torrent, so I needed all of the... Oh, wait, this is for a broadsword shield. It's not my broadsword. Mine's an invuln. Broadsword shield, broadsword, invuln. That doesn't look like... I'm 99% certain that's not the one I actually used in game. Did I put it under concept? Concept, Scrapper, Broadsword, Invuln, R2, Weapon. It looks more like what she's actually using. Alright. And I went with Slash over Hack here. Okay. I picked up damage using Exploding Shuriken. Okay, that looks more... Alright, we'll keep this though at Hack and Slash. I don't really... Thing is, yeah, you could easily drop parry. But dropping parry and picking up Slice... We're already... Oh! Oh! Yeah. That actually puts us way up on Smashing Lethal. Or we could go this another way. Could actually now use both Slash and Hack to deliver a defense debuff. Alright, we're still soft capped to Smashing Lethal, Energy Negative. Psionic Fire, Cold. Yeah. so this will be broadsword, stone, DS1. Let's bring the EM back up. And just quickly look at stone melee. Moderate, high. Alright, so we just lost. Looking at our EM stone for comparison. We lost a full melee. And we lost a Shiroko's Dervish, which we needed for AoE and Defense Psionic. Alright, now Tremor can give us back our Psionic, but it's got a damage knock, does it have? Vex, knockback, mag, 0.67, so it's on the break point. Fault is also knockback, mag, 0.67. Alright. This is one of those where I would be tempted to just let this ride. Oh, wait. Still doing scaling builds. Because if you are facing against higher level enemies, +1, +2, they'll more likely have resistances. So your knock-up won't necessarily be a moonshot knock-up unless you like slam, fault, and tremor one after another. We are going to drop Hurl Boulder and pick up Heavy Mallet. Alright, Seismic Smash. Where is Seismic Smash? Seismic Smash currently has a Hecatomb. We're going to change that. We're going to take the Hecatomb out of Seismic Smash and we're going to put in Blistering Cold. And the reason we're doing this is Blistering Cold has a proc chance to hold. Seismic Smash has a chance to hold. So this allows us to bring a lot more chance to hold into the build. And then our next most powerful single target attack will be Heavy Mallet, which will get the purple Hecatomb to augment its damage. So that keeps our slotting, that keeps us where everything is. Fault and Tremor. This may be knocking some things out of range, especially if you're facing low-level enemies, but since you're soft cap to smashing lethal energy, negative psionic, fire, cold, it really shouldn't be an issue. Now, I've kind of been avoiding this the whole way along through this, and that's, what does this look like if you turn on Granite Armor? You're still soft capped to smashing lethal, fire, cold, and now you're hard capped to outright the smashing lethal, fire, cold defenses. Energy, you're not doing so hot at. You're not quite into soft cap on a brute. And the energy resists aren't anything really to write home about either. I mean, yeah, they're kind of high. But a brute, you're going to want somebody else providing some extra help if you're thinking about taking on Lord Recluse, maybe keeping some purples and some oranges. And because there's very few situations where Granite Armor is going to give you additional survivability on a brute that you're not already going to have outside of Granite Armor. And on top of that, outside of Granite Armor, you do get Psionic, so there's that. Alright, we'll save this on as Brute, Stone, DS1. Alright, any others that I can think about while I'm at this? Where are we at on streaming time? We're at 45 minutes. Okay, so uh I don't think this build is going to go well into dual blades because dual blades are going to need all the attack powers for combo building. I know there's a lot of people say you don't need the combo build. You can just run a certain these three powers and boom, you're done. Okay, fine, fair point. Uh, that being said, if you are in stone armor and you're having the recharge debuff, we don't really have a whole lot of powers drop. Now, obviously, I can drop Darkest Night. I can probably drop Dark Obliteration, and there we go. We've got two more attack powers to pick up, and we just need combo builders. Uh, but still, that's just. Since I've already talked about it, might as well just see what it looks like. We'll go back to Brute, EM Stone, and then we'll do Dual Blades. Alright, and we're probably already going to drop Darkest Night and Dark Obliteration. Now we're down 2 slots, we're down a purple, and we're down a Blistering Cold. We're going to pick up 2 slots with Nimble Slash and a Blading Strike. And we probably need to put some slots into Typhoon's Edge, because that's our... we lost our build-up. So compared to EM Stone 1 and Typhoon's Edge, we're going to do Armageddon, because this is our PBAOE. We're going to we'll come back to 1,000 cuts. We'll slot both Nimble Slash and slots out orange all slots. No slots left. We need. Alright. We're missing. Okay, we just. Sorry. We just did Typhoon's Edge. We now need a. Blistering Cold. Now we're looking at having to move some stuff down.
Cool.
Granite armor we can move.
The next song we're gonna do is a song by a really good friend of mine. He's actually featured on my original Black Radio album.
Okay, where
He
are
co-wrote
we
and
at? Live at.
sang a song on there called "Oh Yeah" by my friend Music
Oh,
Sosa.
it's
It's entitled "So Beautiful."
gone on the autoplay. Okay. So Beautiful live at Capitol Studios 2014. Back to the build planning. Okay. Blading Strike will pick up Blistering Cold. Alright, we're missing a Frozen Blast, which gave us AoE and Fire Cold, so we are way, way down on Fire Cold. 1,000 cuts. Are we using Avalanche anywhere? 1,000 cuts gives us knockback. Sweeping strike does not give us knockback. So we will swap sweeping strike for avalanche. And we'll pick up Siroko's Dervish on 1,000 cuts. Alright. So this gives us Nimble Slash. Problem is, Nimble Slash is normally our opener for almost everything. We can take some accuracy damage off of. Oh, he's got both Blinding Feint and Power Slice. We're good on Smashing Lethal Fire, Cold Psionic. We're right where we want to be defensively. Alright, let's. I can move this around to get this a little earlier. Move Gloom down. What don't we need? Alright, now I'm not saying that I would make this build. In fact, I wouldn't. I would never do dual blades plus stone. You're giving up way too much. You need too much to make the set work. And yes, I know there's that whole argument that, oh, you just need to duel these certain powers and then you can be more powerful than anything else. Look, this is one of those things where I really get a headache talking about it because if you use this certain set of powers and you don't play the power set as designed with combo chainers, this is the kind of thought that I find is predicated in the powers will never change. The problems will never be addressed. What's done is done and it can never be undone. Well, sorry, I'm in the category of burn the cottage, build a mansion. And one of the things that I routinely hammer on the current dev team over and over and over is don't be afraid to burn the cottage. Don't be afraid to just upend everything. Okay, yes. Dual blades, the whole combo system, it doesn't work like it probably should work. Hang on, I'm gonna move to another track because that talking is distracting me. Talking while I'm talking, who knows? It could be so distracting. Anyway, so My strong advice to the current dev team who are actually working on the powers is come back and revisit the combo system on dual blades. And the same argument is made on staff melee. The bonus you could, and I've done the math before. No, I'm not doing it live again on camera, but you could literally triple the amount of damage bonus built into the special attacks in staff melee and still be under damaged compared to every other melee set. And every other melee set that gets revamped and redone only serves to lengthen the gap between staff melee and everything else. And this kind of came up during the recent animation work to add, uh, and I have it on some characters already, where you have your weapon sheathed on the back of your character. And the weapon sheathing on staff, the way in which it worked, only highlighted just how much performance a player loses in the animations of staff melee versus every other set. It's visible hitching, visible your character is standing there doing nothing uh, as the attack does not play out, and kind of keeping that in mind is staff melee needs an overhaul. Uh, well, not necessarily an overhaul. The values just need the bonus values for doing something just need to be dramatically upgraded. And I've used tossed out the number triple before because that's based on when I did the calculations of staff melee versus every other set. You could triple it and still be under damaged. I think I was getting closer to, in order to equal the other underperforming set at the time, which was Energy Melee. I think I had to get like 5 times the bonus damage into staff, and to get up to a decent tier set, something mid-range like Fire Melee or Broadsword or uh, War Mace, I was up closer to having to multiply that value by 6 or 7 times to just get staff to be comparable in damage. And no, staff is not a utility power. It is not a defensive power. It's a bad set. Period. And coming back to Dual Blades is kind of in that same boat. The live developers, Paragon Studios or Cryptic, I'm not really sure which dev did the calculatory work for the formulas. I want to say the calculations were done by Cryptic and that Paragon just re-implemented them, but my timeline may be hazy. It's at this point, it really doesn't matter who's to blame. Uh, if greater value is placed on the bonuses and benefits that are inherent to dual blades, so that performing the combos actually gets you benefits above and beyond that which can be achieved by not doing the combos. And this is without the player having to do anything special. Just do the combos as they come up, and you will outperform every circumstance when you do not use a combo. Then, uh, then having all of the available powers are definitely going to be useful, and that's when you're making a build. You kind of, at this point, need to keep in mind that just because it's broken now doesn't mean it's going to be broken in the next build. And so this comes back to, I would probably not do a dual blades and a stone armor, or if I did, I would not even count on having granite armor. I take granite armor out uh, and just go from granite armor. Okay, we need to take 2 slots and pick up some more in power slice, pick up some more in blinding feint. Or actually, we could go full bore on these, and we got, let's go with Nimble Slash. We've got proc. Let's do proc. Uh, let's clear these out. Let's do proc. Damage, endurance, recharge time. And damage recharge. Let's on power slice. Do Acdam recharge. Quad. Okay, we actually need 2 slots. Can we pick up another defense power? We actually could. We could pick up maneuvers. Now, if we pick up maneuvers, we're actually running pretty high on smashing lethal right now. We do recharge endurance. Blinding Feint. Reactive defense. Scaling resist. Well, no, we need 1 more slot. We wanna... Actually, let's just... Brimstone arm. We want the... Reactive... On combat jumping. What do we miss on? Oh. Scaling resist, we're already using... Oh, we needed a resist. Take off the plus HP on Brimstone armor. Now that just cost us fire, cold, and energy. Can we make those back up any place? Yeah, but am I going to like it? Go ahead and junk you guys out of here. What's this look like? We're still rolling high on smashing lethal. Drop some recharge. Wait, that's a hecatomb. Gives us a low. A single target. The recharge. Still running low on energy negative. It doesn't quite give us over. They'll do superior conditioning and then laser beam eyes. Paragon Wiki. I'm looking to see if any of the powers can act in dual blades can actually be dropped on a bird. Okay, brute. Nimble slash begins. Weaken and empower. Power slice continues. Sweep. Alright. So if we dropped power slice, we'd still be able to do weaken, empower, and attack vitals. Would not get PVOE plus. Not get extra. Look at this. Where does that put us? Alright, we're back to routing high. With one slot. Superior conditioning, do chance for heal. And an end mod. Power slice. And we've still got okay, we're still fine there, so this can come back to recharge. Power slice. We get 12 seconds, 12 HP. HP. Recovery, hit points. Am I using blistering cold? Yeah, I'm using blistering cold and the blading strike. Not as much. This gives us extra hit points. Go with accuracy damage. Quad. Oh, we don't have any accuracy on this, so we need to change you to accuracy damage. Alright. So we need to proc. accuracy, damage, recharge. Alright, we're now way high on smashing lethal. Do we have anything that's actually explicitly contributing to smashing lethal? I don't think so. That's fire cold, fire cold. It's a little bit lost. Just stay with me on this one. Sweeping strike, blighting strike, power slice. Melee, melee. Ah. Alright, I need Soroka's Dervish for the Fire Cold and Psionic. I'm not picking up the Psionic on anything else. Except what? Apocalypse? Apocalypse would get me it, but then I have to make up Energy Negative and Fire Cold. And now I need another ranged attack. If I could fit in Toxic Dart, could use that. There we go. Okay, so where does this leave us? We're still soft capped to smashing lethal energy negative psionic fire cold. We've now got. I would rather have the sudden acceleration in 1000 cuts, but I need to pick up AoE, or I need to pick up fire cold and psionic defense. And looking over this, I'm not seeing anything that offers that much psionic defense. while I could get in ranged attacks, I don't have enough ranged attacks to work from to get it. Alright, so if I was making a dual blade stone, it would probably look something like this. I'm not saying it's a good build, I'm not saying it's a playable build, but it keeps into account that combos probably will be looked at again. Probably, like staff melee, will eventually receive a balance pass, and when they receive a balance pass, at that point, doing combos alone should outperform just not doing combos, which is how the set should have been designed and wasn't. Alright, so I'm going to call it here and try and get that thing called sleep. And hopefully, in future streams, my internet service provider won't go to junk when I'm streaming out.